Over the past 2 decades, this city has grown rapidly into one of the largest and wealthiest cities in the world. And since 90% of all electronics manufacturing runs through its ports and factories, you probably have a little piece of Shenzhen in your living room, on your desk, or in your pocket right now. And its location on the coast of the South China Sea made it the perfect first stop for our journey through China. Now, most people, when they come to China, they visit Beijing or Shanghai, but we're starting here in Shenzhen because we wanted to go down south and then make our way up north eventually. And Shenzhen is actually a surprisingly
calm city.
we were expecting it to be much busier, and it's been kind of nice to just wander around and explore. Not too cold. Not too hot yet either, and pretty nice place.
Yeah.
That said, today we are going into the heart of Shenzhen, the tech financial district Futian and Huangbei, Huangqingbei. So it's going to be a little more chaotic. But we do have a mission to kind of guide us. While we're here, we're looking for a few different little things we can pick up at the electronics market.
Headphones. And the head shaver.
A new shaver.
Maybe a new battery for the GoPro.
Yeah. And
yeah. And let's say the 90% of electronic they say it's made here in Shenzhen. So we hope we can find here with a good price.
So we were holding off on buying those things in Japan because we wanted to see if we could find them here. It might be challenging to find them, but let's see.
Our hotel is really next to the metro station is over there, and our hotel is here. It's really nice.
So yeah, from here it should take about less than an hour, 40 minutes to the center of town. And so far we've ridden the metro a few times already, and it's pretty cheap and pretty easy.
The metro station near our hotel here is like not so much people at all, and it's really good to navigate and travel.
The next station is Fuyong. Passengers can transfer to line 12. Doors toward the next station open on the left.
All right, well, I think we made it to Huangqingbei.
Yeah, Huangqingbei.
So this is definitely busier than where we're staying over by the airport, and already it's looks like a lot of people, but it's not as bad as I was expecting still.
Especially because the weather today is rainy a little.
Yeah, unfortunately. The very first thing you see, at least right now when we entered this little shopping area, is some drone-style flying cars on display. This place is massive. There's so many different shops and floors. Sometimes these stores, it's like browsing the tech category randomly on Amazon. Just like Google keyboards, and here they are, except they're here. All right, well, we just got out of that market, SEG, and it was semi-successful. We got 2 things that we were looking for, a card reader and a USB cord, but those were just cheap little things. We saw a lot of stuff though, and it is cheaper, quite a bit cheaper than we would get somewhere else like Amazon. But yeah, there are so many shops around here, it's kind of nuts. So we've got a lot of time to look. This place is a maze. This whole past 2 floors are like only phone cases and smartwatch straps. It's like a whole floor for smartwatch straps. It's a lot, but we'll figure it out. I think this is our last big store to look at. like clip on. Now, some areas are much more for just like component parts, little like capacitors and things like that that you buy in bulk. So it's not as exciting to see, but there's a lot of stuff here. Mostly just boxes. Whew. Well, that's a lot of shops to go to, and we're feeling a little bit tired. So we stopped for just a little bit of coffee. Iced coffee, unfortunately. It's a little chilly.
Yeah. It's rainy and windy today.
Yeah. Which is too bad, because a couple days ago it was nice and warm here, but just the day that we decided to go out, I guess. Yeah. Also, one thing we didn't mention is basically the first thing we noticed when we got off the train here is how many electric scooters there are. And more than cars, basically. There are thousands and thousands of electric scooters, and it's kind of strange because as many people as are going by and cars going by, it's completely quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet. And they drive in the sidewalks, so it's like really dangerous.
Sometimes, yeah, you don't know there's a scooter coming by until it's like almost hitting you.
It's close.
Yeah, you've got to keep an eye out for them. But it is really interesting to see just how many there are here. I've seen some gas cars, but I haven't seen a single gas-powered scooter since I got here. Yeah. Interesting.
Now we finished the electronic part and we are going to find some sandal for me at the different shopping mall.
Just a really quick metro ride away, like should be 5 minutes, something like that. The station is actually like part of or connected to Coco Park. So we're checking out this one first. It looks so far more like a regular shopping mall. But we're here for your sandals, right? Yeah. So hopefully we should find it here. I found my favorite shop in this mall already. Lego store. Look at that.
Here's, maybe it's more restaurants and have cinema and cafes. Don't know if I can find a sandal here, but it is beautiful.
Wait, and look up. Well, for today, I think that's it. It's starting to get a little late, and we are very tired from walking around all these different shops.
Yeah, we are not a shopping person. We usually doesn't like to do shopping, but today because we are here in Shenzhen, it's our opportunity. But we couldn't find the things, the sandals we was looking for, and yeah, I'm getting tired, so we're heading back to home.
Yeah.
Oh, it started raining.
Yeah, it's starting to rain a little. All right, we're back from shopping.
Yay!
We had a little bit of food, and now we're back in our hotel. We're gonna go through everything we got.
Yeah.
So first was really, really simple. We just got a USB-C to USB-C cord. We just needed a short one that was gonna stay in our bag. This one was just about 5 yuan, and no bag, just got it.
Yeah,
Easy.
we wanted this small one to use with our
power bank.
power bank.
Yeah. And next was something that we were a little worried we'd be able to find, but we actually found it really easily, which is a little card reader. We brought our Nikon with us this time, and the Nikon maybe doesn't connect very well to our computer for transferring files, but now we have a SD card reader, so we can do that pretty easily.
This one was 20 yuan.
20 yuan, yeah. And it came in a nice little thank you bag. Next was Juli's.
My headphones. I was looking ones who will not go inside the ear and traveling last year on the like fancy shopping mall. We know the shocks, the expensive. I think the first brand one. It's like too expensive, and I knew now is like having these like off-brand ones, and this was 130 yuan.
130 yuan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the kind that vibrates in your ear instead of being a speaker. A lot of them look like that, but they're actually just little speakers. But these ones actually vibrate your ear bones. So yeah. And my headphones that I did have last time died during our trip, so I got a new pair of headphones as well. These are Bose headphones.
Original was a little expensive, but because Trevor edited the video, he needed a new good one, and we tried both. All the shops, they allowed us to try to check the sound quality, and this one was really good.
Yeah, it sounded the best out of all the ones I tried. It's little fit-in ones, but yeah, I don't know if it's Bose or if it's Bose, but we'll see. Either way, they sounded nice, so
and
should be okay.
Oh
yeah, it was about the same price, 140 yuan. And finally, our biggest purchase in this fancy Louis Vuitton bag is my head shaver.
Yeah.
We only found one in the entire area. We found a lot of like normal buzzers for your face, but this was the only little head buzzer that we found.
Yeah.
And we were looking for one. So
now I can retire.
yeah. I can do it myself now.
Yeah, you do yourself on the shower.
It'll be a little easier. And this one again was only 150 yuan.
Yeah.
So
in Japan, the like at the Amazon. That I never see the selling at the shops too. At Amazon have for like 6,000 yen ぐらい.
6,000 yen.
6,000 then. So this is like half the price. Yeah.
So
we could find it.
So we got everything that we kind of looked to get. A couple things we would have liked to get, but we didn't find or didn't know if it was a good enough price. Were GoPro batteries, especially our older GoPro, and. What was it? Oh, we were also looking for an e-reader, but we found some, but the price was still kind of expensive, like kind of like more than $100.
More than a Kindle.
More than a Kindle. So we'll see. If we want to get that, then we'll look sometime else. But yeah.
I really like to walk there because of a lot of options, and can be overwhelming, but compared to other places we have been in big cities, shopping mall is like way less people. It's easy to navigate, it's not that crowded. I don't know, it's because it was today, but even if you don't like shopping like us in Shenzhen, the Fujian area is like good to see and look.
Yeah. It really wasn't so bad. But that's like the modern part of the city, and we didn't see a whole bunch of it, but we did explore a little bit, and it looks really, it was really nice, really new, really clean, and really pretty buildings. But now that we've done our shopping, we're gonna look a little more into the history of the city. If you look online, a lot of people talk about how young Shenzhen is, how it developed really quickly in just the past 50 years, but that can be a little misleading. Although we did check out that heart of the new city, Futian, yesterday, today we're going to check out a little bit more of the older history. So we stopped here in Nantou, ancient city, to take a look and see what this place used to be like thousands of years ago. This area has actually been populated for thousands and thousands of years, with archaeological evidence going back pretty far. But actually, the city really got started around 331 BC. At that time, the newly unified China under the Qin dynasty was beginning to grow and expand and develop its provinces and prefectures. And this area was named one of those provinces. This area continued to develop, especially with its location right on the Pearl River Delta, where they had easy access to seafood and trade with the rest of the South China Sea. But around the 12th century, this area really became important as a vital hub of trade along the sea and river. That's when this building behind me was built. Today, most of the structure is actually a reconstruction, but you can still see parts of the original wall. Unfortunately, a lot of the bricks here were taken and used to build other houses in the area, especially as the population began to expand and grow. Over the next few centuries, the area continued to grow rapidly, and especially with the arrival of European traders from places like Portugal and the Netherlands, it became an increasingly important trade hub connecting Europe with the rest of China. However, things did change pretty abruptly in the middle of the 19th century. Following the First and Second Opium Wars, Great Britain took control of both Hong Kong Island and a section of the Kowloon Peninsula. Then, later, leased a giant section of land from the Qing government, incorporating all of that into what is now Hong Kong. For nearly a century after, Shenzhen itself stayed mostly a rural area. Finally, in the 1980s, when China opened up its borders to international trade, Shenzhen became designated the first special economic zone. And over the last 2 decades, Shenzhen has become home to giant companies like DJI, Tencent, and Huawei, leading to its nickname of the Silicon Valley of China. Today, Shenzhen stands out as the 3rd largest city in China by population, and the 3rd wealthiest by GDP. But, in spite of all that, for us, it was mostly just a nice little city to visit. It looks like this area has been pretty recently renovated with lots of cool artwork and interesting shops selling things like records, skateboards, more modern things, as well as some museums talking about the history of the area.
And also have a lot of cute coffee shops and restaurants, make really a nice place to come and visit, especially if you're not that interested at tech things. Here in the old city is really nice place to visit in Shenzhen.
Unfortunately today it's a little bit cloudy, but even so the weather's not too bad, and it's actually kind of nice having it be a little cold. I feel like having a cup of coffee and relaxing somewhere.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, whatever you see, you're not alone, you never will be. Baby, just know, wherever you go is where I'll be.
One thing that we found really interesting about Shenzhen was, since it's such a new and growing city with people from all over the rest of China and the world, it had a ton of different food options.
We ate a lot of fried rice and soup noodles.
And we even tried the coconut chicken hot pot, which is basically the only Shenzhen food, as far as we could tell.
But our favorite was dumplings.
The nice thing about the area we're staying in, Nantou, I think it's called, is that they're right next to our hotel. There are a lot of little restaurants and shops, little mom and pop shops that are pretty affordable and pretty good. So actually we've been coming here to get dim sum. This is our 4th time? Third time? I don't know if it's anything special, but it's really refreshing for us and really good and very affordable.
Very good. But there's a difference, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we ordered the mushroom, we could taste the pork meat with the mushroom. Last time we get the cabbage, yeah, Chinese cabbage, and today we get the chips. And look all the same from outside, but tastes different. It's really good.
When we researched about Shenzhen, we saw a lot of information about a lot of high-tech, futuristic things.
But at least for the week that we were there, honestly, it seemed more like just a really well put together, nice, large city.
With a nice metro systems connecting to all Shenzhen.
A lot of really pretty fancy shopping centers. And just a lot of people living their day-to-day lives.
Overall, was a great place to start our journey to China.
But before we head inland, we have a few more stops to make in the Pearl River Delta. But we'll save that for next time. In the meantime, thank you for watching and
See you at our next destination.
ciao!
Ciao!